So parameterization or parameterized tests are a really neat trick to enable us to use a single test and run it multiple times, but for different data inputs. So in our current test suite, we have multiple tests to add different to-dos to our to-do application. Now they work perfectly fine, but there is a lot of duplication in that code. So we have two tests which are very, very similar. The only difference is the input text that we're using to add our to-do. It would be great if we could remove some of that duplication and just reuse the same test, but instead pass in multiple values to it. And we can do that using parameterization. The advantage, as I mentioned, is that we get rid of some of the duplicate code that we're using. And that means if that code changes in the future, we need to change it in fewer places. So it makes the whole test suite more maintainable. Now, the other place we can use it in our test suite is to parameterize the browsers that we're testing our application on. So when we're using the Lambda test platform, we've seen how we can use the capabilities to specify the browser and the operating system and the browser version and run our tests on that specific setup. Now, we could use parameterization to loop over our to-do test multiple times for different browsers, and therefore we don't have to run our test once and then change the capabilities and run it again. We can just allow those capabilities to be changed as our test is looped over multiple times.